Hey guys, we're going to do a lesson on writing equations from graphs. So we're going to go kind of quick so that this doesn't take too long. Hopefully the one thing you can tell is this is not proportional. Okay, so if I had this one, if it went through 0, 0, I would use this equation. But I'm not using this because this is linear non-proportional. So we use y equals mx plus b, where m is the constant rate of change or the slope when you get into 8th grade. So what we're going to do here is we're going to find two things. Okay, so I think you're going to find this pretty easy. So if you've been paying attention over the last few weeks, you remember that when I count up, that's telling me it's not proportional. Okay, so when I go up, I get to 3. So that's my B, and that's normally where I start. Okay, now all I need is the constant rate of change, or m. Okay, so we do rise over run, which officially is the same thing as delta y over delta x, and I will try to quickly show you that. So I'm going to change colors and I'm going to go point to point, and it does not matter if I do this point or this point, these 2 points or these 2 points. I'm actually going to do this one because I have to simplify it. Okay, so when I look here, I want to look at my axis first. Okay, so these are counting by ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, counting by ones. So I'm going to go up. That's the rise. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to stop right there because then I go over. So my rise is 4. Now I'm going to go over, and that's my run. I'm going to look here. So if I look here, these are all counting by ones again. Okay, 1, 2. Always look at your axis. Always look at your axis. So this is 2. Okay. So 4 over 2, guys, that simplifies to, if you think about it, 4 divided by 2 is 2, or 2 over 1. I can do that. Okay. Or you can just get 2. It doesn't matter to me. Okay. So this, remember, is always m. Sometimes k. In this case, it is not k. So we have 2 over 1, or just 2x. Okay, that's my equation. Okay, now if I chose a different point, let's if I do rise over run, I'm going to count point to point. 1, 2, go over 1. So it doesn't matter what points I use. I could even go here to here, and it's still going to simplify down to 2 over 1. Okay, now just to prove what I'm saying, I'm going to choose 2 points. Here is 1, this one is 1, 5. I'm going to put it in a table. 1, 5. And this point is 3, 9. Okay, so if I do constant rate of change, remember that's 4, and that's 2, and that's what I got, 4 over 2. So your rise over run or your constant rate of change, those are the same. I don't care how you do it. It is fine with me if you just want to like pull out 2 or 3 points and find constant rate of change, but sometimes you have to label your points. Okay. Now this one is a little special. You can tell it's going down. So I'm still going to do rise over run, which is still delta y over delta x, same thing. But I can tell this is going down. I need you to recognize that first. So that's going to tell me my slope is negative. Okay. So when I count officially, like I don't care which point it is, I can go from this point to this point, or this point to this point, or this point to this point. It doesn't matter to me. But on one of them, if I count here to here, I would go up and backwards. So this would be positive, negative. Or I can count point to point, and it would be negative, positive, which when I divide it, it's a negative slope. So I'm just going to go on and take care of that negative first so I don't forget it. Okay. So at this point, I'm not going to put in any positives or negatives. I already took care of it. I put in my negative. So I'm looking here. My lines are counting by ones, both of them. So I'm going to do a rise and a run. Okay. So my rise, 1, 2, and you can put it here. Okay. You can write it right here. That's 2. Run, I'm only moving 1. From 1 to 2 is 1. So my slope is -2. So I have y equals mx plus b. Notice I did this one different. I did my slope, or my constant rate of change, first. I did m first. So that's -2/1, or just -2x. And remember, that means it's going down. Okay. Now I'm going to find b. And remember, b is the number that's telling me if it is or is not proportional. And in this case, because it's 5, we know it's not proportional. If it was proportional, then we wouldn't really have a b, or b would be 0. And there's my equation of the line. Okay. Okay. On this one, they're nice and they give us points on this. So let's write it. We can tell it's not proportional. It does not go through 0, 0. So I'm going to start right here like I did the first time. Since it doesn't go through 0, 0, it goes through 1. 1 is what tells me it's not proportional. 1 is b. Okay, you already did 50% of your equation. Okay, and it's positive, by the way, because it's above 0. Okay, now I'm going to do m rise over run. What we call it, delta y over delta x. My delta y, point to point. I'm going to look here. These are all counting by ones. I'm going to tell you on the test it might not count by 1. You just need to like count it. Okay, 1, 2, 3 is my rise. And my run, I go over 1, 3 over 1. So this is my m, right? Y equals 3 over 1, or just 3x. Okay. Last one, and we will be done. And this video will be shorter than normal, and you can go back and watch it again if you need to. So this one I put on here because I don't see dots, right? So I need to find it. And I did choose it though because I can tell, I'm going to use a different color. I can tell this is B. Okay, I can tell it's exact. That one's not exact. Like I'm kind of tracing it. And that one is exact. Not exact, not exact. That one looks exact. And when I say exact, it means like I can tell it's like on 2 of the grid lines exactly. Okay, so we can tell again, not proportional, but this time my B is down, right? That's where I start. I can tell this would be proportional. It's not proportional because it goes here, and I have to go down 1 to get to that. So that means my B is actually -1 this time, or -1. You can put plus and negative. You will not find me doing that because I don't like to see those extra signs. Okay. Now I'm going to do rise over run, point to point. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And notice this goes up, so it's positive. And I've already looked. These are all counting by ones, and I'll make sure of that. 1, 2, 3. There's my M. Okay, so just to make sure I'm looking here, like it looks like it's counting by 2s, but if you actually count the in-betweens, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, -1, -2, -3, 1, 2. Each time, each marking is 1, okay? And you can have this one counting by 10s, you can have this one counting by 5s, and then this one counting by 1s. They can do that, so you have to check. Okay, so I found my M, 2/3 x, There we go. There's my equation. So now you have some practice writing equations from the line. If I went too fast, please go back and just watch one or two of the problems a little bit more slowly, okay? And you can pause the video.